again, counselors, this is budget
59.
hearing for the Common Council. This is pretty much simple and like the clerk's budget there. Not much have changed. Let's see, there is additional. There's one new hire, which salary is started at a little lower than Amanda's, the secretary that just left. Let's see, in the personal service details, there is an additional person for the temporary service. As you see, you see two, that covers Council President, current secretary who is retired and working part-time, and there's another 30,000 in there for a new hire that's going to come in. She's actually going to be a new hire. She's going to be working part-time. But other than that, that's pretty much the same. Let's see. If you notice down in the Common Council line there, what was increased, the increase was traveling, training and development. It was increased to 4,000. Also, there is
Clerk, so that, the reason we did that, right, is I think Councilor Schultz's recommendation went to NICOM, found it to be helpful, and the idea here is that for any of the councilors that would want to attend that, now we have the money for it, right?
That is correct, Councilor. Yes. They discovered that there's more training out there. I think might have been last year, Councilor Bay had mentioned wanted to expand and search for some legislative trainings, and yeah, it's good. And Councilor Schultz with her zillions, nature. Yep,
I do think that was good, and I think at maybe next year's budget, it might need to increase, because I know there should be some training for the clerk's office as well, because there's a lot of different things that's happening as we move on.
And they did increase the clerk office some. We figure we'd do a year of testing first and see how this 4,000 is spent, and we can go from there.
Okay.
Also, I don't mean to skip, but if you notice, for the chambers, there are some technology changes that we're hoping to have done in the chambers that increased about 20,000. We added.
What line is that?
That, I'm sorry about that. That's 500 of operating supplies and expense. That's where it went up under.
Okay.
Okay. And so right now, Kevin Henry and what does he work? Facilities.
Mm-hmm.
He's researching how much it would cost to do some upgrading with mics and also even with projector. A better system with with doing presentations that involve projections and tying it in with
So you're going to be working closely with him on those mics.
So we're hoping. I talked to him, and he thought that $20,000 was appropriate. Was somewhere to start with. Not saying that we're going to spend it all or it's going to be enough.
But if we outfit all the mics from all around, it should, though. I would hope that it would.
Should we look at a hybrid system?
That's what he's looking at. He's gonna look at it. He's gonna give me he's gonna give me an estimate of it all.
Okay, because over my other thing in Osida, it's a hybrid system where people can be on video and participate in the meeting as board members. Yeah, so in case, God forbid any of us gets sick with COVID again or any other issues, or maybe out of town, I don't know how that would affect legally if we can participate in meetings if we're out of town.
You just have to give the location of where you are.
Correct.
Okay.
It's an open meetings law rule that states that.
I can search with Joe Barry before we go into that. I know it's different per state. I know that.
Different in each municipality.
And that's what I was getting ready to say. Not only on state law, but
it'd be nice to have a hybrid system anyways.
Yep.
It really would, because if something happened.
Yeah. So that's what this 20,000 is for. The mics is for the new tech in the chambers. That's what it's for, and that includes hybrid. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So
and a new clock, right? No, I'm just joking.
I plan. Yeah,
And a new clock,
and
exactly.
just to make note to what Jim was just bringing to my attention, that Director Rudd might want to speak on it. He decided that we should have it in this budget here instead of this overall city budget or.
Yeah.
I'm putting you on. They asked me the question.
Can go wherever you want it, but I just figured it made sense to put it since it's your chamber. You can make other people do it.
I was just gonna say, when we put in all the stuff to stream, all the cameras, I just don't think it came out of the council budget.
And didn't, it came out of IT.
It came out of IT, but
And I wasn't debating you. I was just saying that when we talked before about the microphones.
Michael, do it matter?
They were looking through IT. They were looking at IT, so I'm just saying.
Okay.
Like, you're talking about
Michael said it don't matter.
like site, I
He
believe,
said it don't matter.
JSCB has to be recorded, so we're doing it ahead of time anyway, but they have to do it by, one or the other, maybe both, has to do it by law, so that's why it's here. Planning, zoning, BZA, everyone uses this, using not only streaming cameras, microphones, as well as.
I know, but they added more money into our budget to do it, so.
Yeah. Okay. All right, we're good.
It's all gonna come from the same pot, it's just,
It's just in our, that's fine. All right, Tim, you're off the hook.
And so, yeah, and with that being said, before I, rest of the activities part, which I kind of skipped over, is self-explanatory.
Sorry, can we just, professional services, is that for our attorney if we need one?
That is for the attorney. That is for the youth advisory and the attorney.
Youth advisory too, okay. Okay.
Okay. And I'm sorry, I don't know, did I skip over the activities? It's just so self-explanatory. I don't know if you guys have any questions about it or whatever, but you can just let me know. That was on page 59. Is there any questions? Okay, if there
I
is,
just have one, Patricia. So, okay, that's committee meetings. So we're looking for the committee meetings to start trending down?
hopefully we're not, okay? That is why I talked to you guys, secretaries, and moving forward, I would have them actually give you all something to remind you that you have a committee meeting. Actually, in my opinion, they have went up, but because they're not mentioned, during the voting session, we cannot record them. So that's why it's so important for them to be mentioned during our regular voting session, that you guys had committee meetings, so it can be recorded. And also, when you go and look up the actions that was around, let's say, the police contract, if Joel or Michael didn't have a meeting and didn't mention it at the dais during the voting session, it would look as though you guys just voted on it without having any kind of discussion. So it's really, really important. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have your secretaries give you a little note just telling you the meetings that you had in between one meeting and the other meeting, so you can make sure your activities are recorded. Okay? All right. So that's kind of why you see that decline. It's been bugging me for years, but yeah, so, okay? All right, so with that being said, I just want to thank the council staff, Jim and partial Amanda, because she's mine now, but you guys still love her, Francine and Nathan. Nathan is the new person, he's doing great. And Carmelita Sapp, for sure, a long time employee. But with that, if you don't have any questions, I'm done. Okay, thanks.
Meeting adjourned.
Thanks.
We are done now, WCN.
So bad.